December 20th, 5 days before Christmas, and Chip accidentally hit me.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Joshua Von Wheeler, and welcome to the 4th episode of Atlanta Wrestling Extra. And I'm joined today by Chip Day, and well, Chip, we're just going to get right down to it. You've been a part of a very controversial subject for the past few weeks with what happened to Priscilla Kelly at the Masquerade on January the 29th. Sorry, I'm already, my dates are already screwed up.
Well, let's not get it twisted here. It's not just been a controversial situation for the last couple of weeks. It's been a controversial situation for the last couple of months, stemming back from December where I accidentally tornado hit Priscilla Kelly.
So
don't act like you forgot about that, Josh, because the internet certainly didn't forget about it.
Well, the internet didn't forget about it.
I mean, because the wrestling community didn't forget about it, because we got girls getting knocked out from New York to Connecticut. I mean, Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment seems to be kind of trend-setting, but it's definitely not a good thing when it comes to Priscilla Kelly getting knocked out.
So when you kicked her, let's go back to December, and when you kicked her, you were aiming for Jimmy Rave, of course.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. Like,
I just want to get that out of the way. I just want to make sure that
really
you were aiming for Jimmy, because I mean, if you look at the video, which is on our Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment Facebook page,
I'm in mid rotation and Jimmy he gets out of the way. Like, what? You really about to spin this like Murder One and Jimmy?
Well, now let's talk a little bit about the clothes on at the Masquerade, and an episode of After Dark with Sugar D. He asked you the question, why did you duck? Why didn't you take the lariat?
After 10 or 11 years in this business, ducking a lariat when it's being thrown at you kind of comes as a
But it's just a lariat. I mean, you are used to taking lariats.
I got hit with one earlier that night, and it wasn't something I wanted to do again. Okay. Would you want Murder One to hit you with a lariat?
Oh, well, of course I would.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm justified with putting Priscilla in danger or anything, but I mean, I don't want to get hit. Okay. Nobody wants to get hit.
That's fair enough. But no, I don't want that. But I do want to ask you the question. She provoked the entire attack at the Masquerade by slapping Jimmy Rave. Jimmy did not touch her at all. She put herself in that position. And now I have to ask you, as her friend, significant other, whatever you guys want to be, she's also now your valet, your manager, and she's also now wanting to be a wrestler. Like you're finishing up her training, which we'll be taking a look at that later on this week on WrestlingEntertainment.com. You and her, she definitely wants to be in the ring.
Yeah.
And now we have to ask you, do you think that she's trying to get herself in the ring a little bit earlier than maybe she's ready to?
Maybe, but that's not really my place to say. Whose place is it to say, oh, they're ready for this, or oh, they're not?
Well, as someone who's been in the business for like 11 years, like you have, don't you think that maybe you could persuade her to maybe not get in the ring?
I could, but I don't think that's my place. I don't think it was anybody else's place to say, when was I ready to get in the ring? Was I supposed to be in a ring when I was 10 or 11 years old? But I could do a Hurricane Run off the top rope before I knew how to do anything. Before I was taught anything else. I don't think that should have been anything that ever happened.
And that's fair enough.
Who am I to say, hey, Priscilla, don't do this?
Now, on March 13th, Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment's back at the Masquerade, and also our sister promotion, Roar, will also be at the Masquerade. You have an important matchup, which we're about to touch on that. Mm-hmm. But before that, Priscilla will be in her first debut matchup. How is her training going? How is she at the lariat? Is she healthy? And how do you feel about Devin Nicole choosing her as her partner? Do you think that this might be a setup?
We're gonna touch on the training. I've been training her for the last month or so. I've seen her come along from somebody that had minimal training at best. Really rudimentary skills as far as anybody else, like teaching her what was up as far as it goes to what happens between the ropes. She's got a little bit of a moveset right now that she's working with, and it's dangerous. She's got a submission right now that's it's pretty nasty. She'll waken you down and then roll you up for a pin, man, and it's gross.
But is she ready to step in the ring
She'll
with
be ready.
Amber O'Neal?
She'll be ready by
a
March
world
13th.
travel. A world travel. female competitor. Someone who's been in this business for over 15 plus years. And Amanda Rodriguez, who's a protege of Amber O'Neill. Is Priscilla really ready for that spotlight?
She'll be ready by March 13th. And that's all anybody needs to worry about.
It is a Friday.
That's all that anybody needs to worry about.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
You are a very superstitious guy.
Yeah.
You're going in as the leader of an 8-man team.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to say anything about it, on March 13th, Friday the 13th,
yes,
me and my team, we're going to make our own luck.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Do you think Jimmy fucked you? Because Jimmy submitted a team of Circle of Disrespect, and then somehow they were pulled out in Iceberg. The No Pain Train. A 500-pound monster that has never been seen in Atlanta Wrestling Entertainment. It hasn't been seen really outside of Cornelia, Georgia in almost 5 years. A man that you know very well. Did Jimmy Ray fuck you?
I think Jimmy tried to lure me into a false sense of security.
Iceberg weighs more than your entire team combined.
I agree. But the thing is Jimmy tried to lure me into a false sense of security. But the thing is I wasn't coming into that match underestimating anybody. Chiazzo and Cez, very formidable tag team. But now I've got to deal with 500 pounds of Iceberg, as well as Raphael King. Now the thing with Raphael King that I'm not underestimating is he's intelligent. I've watched his promos. I've seen a lot of his work. The guy's intelligent. He knows what's up. So Jimmy's got a mixture of intelligence and violence on his team.
And Murder One.
And Murder One.
And it's elimination style.
Well, see, that's where I think I have a lot of confidence in my team.
Can you trust your team?
Oh, hell yeah, I can trust my team. What are you talking about? Well, I got my best friend in Kyle Matthews on my team. I've got Sugar Dunkerton, who I've known since 2007 on my team.
X Factor in this whole entire team.
Oh, I've got Mike Cruz too. Hold on, I'm not done.
But don't forget what Mike Cruz did to Milo Beasley in Florida. He betrayed his own best friend.
Hey man,
for a title.
What happened between them?
I'm just throwing it out
there. That's for gold, bro. That's for gold and some money. Whatever they did in Florida is completely none of my business. And it's none of my business. Mike Cruz showed me a hell of a lot of respect after the match that me and him had, and that's all that matters to me. I've got one hell of a team. I've got a world-class team. 4 of the most underrated guys on the independent wrestling scene right now in one building on one night.
It's true.
Against 4 of the most violent, intelligent guys that the independent wrestling scene's ever seen. So what the fans are getting on March 13th is a hell of a treat. But I've got supreme confidence in my team that we're going to come out with the win.
Last question. Everyone in your team has a history with Jimmy Rave. Mm-hmm. They have animosity. They have respect, whatever. Are you worried that one of your teammates might sell you out to be with Jimmy Rave?
I don't think so. I can trust Kyle Matthews with my life.
But you also thought you could trust Murder One? I'm just throwing it out there.
I was always keeping him at arm's length, but I thought you're right. I thought I could trust him. But
Jimmy's a manipulative bastard. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're just trying to plant some seeds.
I'm just saying. Jimmy Rave.
Is there a fence here, and like you're hopping back and forth?
I'm throwing out every possible scenario. This is what I do as a journalist, as an interviewer. I'm letting you realize that on March 13th, Jimmy Rave has already fucked you before that night. You don't think he doesn't have a plan?
What you're doing?
I'm just saying.
You're doing what all these smart marks, all these guys with their rage and their smartness, they're doing exactly what everybody wants to be done to me. You're trying to plant seeds of doubt in my head, and I can't have that.
I'm not trying to plant any seeds of doubt.
So what I'm going to do?
No, Jim. I'm not planting seeds of doubt in you.
What I'm going to do now?
I'm just stating.
No, hold on.
You know Jimmy Rave better than anybody in this business.
You're right, I do.
You were part of that.
You're right.
And you turned
on a
friend of yours
to join Jimmy. At this point in time, what I need to do is go get my own thoughts together and get your thoughts out of my head. I got to go train, man, because no.
Okay, well, at least this one didn't have someone walking in the middle, didn't have someone trying to make out with me, and didn't have the lethal weapons being assholes. It's Joshua Wheeler, it's Atlanta Wrestling Extra, and we'll see you for episode 5.